Good morning, everybody out there on e-mprov.com. We are the Council of Cyberfriends, more like the duo of cyber pals right now. Your
Cyber
weekly
lovers.
injection of nerdy improv, nerd conversation, just
Nerd, nerd,
nerd,
nerd.
nerd,
Nerd,
geeky,
nerd, nerd.
Felicia
Nerd's the
Day
word.
buzzwords.
Yeah,
So
Felicia
there
Day
you go.
buzzwords.
Speaking of buzzwords and things going on in geek culture, Julie and I this morning are going to talk about quite possibly the biggest news going on. Spider-Man is going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. That's right. Starting with Civil War, Captain America 3, Spider-Man is joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, getting his own film in 2017. The third reboot in 4 years, I believe. Maybe a record for reboots now. But I'm excited. I'm glad they're just go ahead and rebooting. I think the Garfield thing wasn't working. I just wrapped it up by the one actor, the Garfield reboot.
That Garfield reboot.
Yeah. Oh, if it had just been Garfield
Oh,
as
man.
Spider-Man, that might have been more successful. But yeah, I mean, it's welcome news. It seems like Spider-Man's going to finally get the movie treatment that fans have been looking for since Sam Raimi did his first one, which was close, super close. But I hope we nail it this time. As a sort of Spider-Man fan, Julie, how do you feel about all this?
I feel very good about it as a sort of Spider-Man fan. I mostly know Spider-Man interacting with other characters, being a sort of Spider-Man fan. Because he gets thrown into the mix with a lot of other characters well. So it'll be nice to finally get to see him interact with these other characters. Yeah, it's really neat news. I didn't really think it would ever happen. So
yeah, it seemed like a dream, like one of those internet rumors that's just too good to be true. Because we've heard about it for years that, the X-Men are going to make an appearance in Avengers and this, that, and you never think it's going to really happen. And I personally think that thanks to the Sony hack, they were in a position where they kind of needed some money, and that kind of helped grease the wheels on this whole deal. And I mean, that sucks for them, but I'm glad that it's going to work out for us and ultimately make them way more money, because they just, I don't know, Sony just couldn't figure out what makes that character work. And you're
I'm
right.
still worried that them having final creative control means that they'll mess it up.
There is always that concern.
No, we really think that Spider-Man should be played by Garfield the cat this time, and we're going to stand firm on it.
We're actually going to have Paul Giamatti play Spider-Man now. He nailed.
Hey, I'm gonna send my Uncle Ben great power, great responsibility.
That's
too loud.
That was so confusing. He is a good actor, right? Am I wrong about that? Like,
Paul Giamatti is a great actor.
Yeah. Why? I mean, I know you're doing a comic book movie, but this isn't the 80s. Like,
I think he was making fun of it. I really feel like he was kind of making fun of that role.
Like, this was Paul Giamatti's rebellion point. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do this stupid movie, but I'm just gonna really overact the shit out of it.
Yeah, I sort of feel like there was kind of a little bit of that. Because that last scene was just, I mean, I thought Amazing Spider-Man 2 was fine. It was all right. But that last scene was really bad. That last scene was so shoehorned in bad, so full of these dumbass, the city of New York loves you, Spider-Man's moments.
For some reason, that has had to be a part of these Spider-Man movies. I think somebody at Sony has the really wrong-headed idea that Spider-Man's popular because he's like a New Yorker. Because you remember in Spider-Man 2, there's the moment where he's on the subway train and he saves everybody, and there's this kind of like, he's just a normal kid. He could be my son, just like a New Yorker. He could be at a Yankees game. You know?
And then the first movie had that thing with the cranes, so it could be all like,
why did you see the moment of New York crane operators being the heroes?
I don't know. That was the one problem, that he could swing there, but only if those cranes were just a little close. I've never even...
It's one of those stupid things that, like, lazy writers will do with Spider-Man, where they're like, you know what? He probably has a distance limit on his web slinging. What if he had to overcome that distance limit somehow? Like, shut up. That's not an interesting thing for him to overcome. And it didn't really show him collaborating with people, or like, I guess it was supposed to be like, you're also a hero, normal guy, because you can work your crane.
Yeah, everybody is a hero or something, I guess, just for doing their job.
Just
Or
for doing their
something.
job.
I
That's
never
what I
know
liked in
those
the
messages
Avengers
are
movie.
supposed
There
to
is that
be.
one moment where Cap starts barking orders at the cops, and they're like, "Why should we listen to you?" And they show like, "Oh, because he's a fucking goddamn superhero, and he doesn't really need your help. But if you're gonna be around anyway."
So you like authoritarian better than everybody else superheroes.
Oh, not necessarily, but I don't know. I don't need to see myself in the movie. It's okay. I get it. So there is a lot of speculation on, how are they going to introduce him. We don't even know if it's going to be Peter Parker, if it's going to be Ben Reilly, if it's going to be Kane, if it's going to be Miles. We don't know. So the floodgates
Is
of
there really
speculation.
any speculation that it will be Ben Reilly or Kane?
No, I just threw that in there so I had two more names to say. No, the only speculation is if it's going to be Peter or Miles. Miles Morales being the new Ultimate Spider-Man about 5-6 years ago. The Peter Parker in that universe got killed, and they took a chance on making a totally new Spider-Man, and it really works. He's a very interesting character. But once again, people can't, like with the new Fantastic Four movie coming up and making the Human Torch a black guy, and just that people can't handle that. That there's just like, that fictional character has to be this one way. And it's like, it's not a historical figure. Like, it's just a fictional character. And aren't there enough white heroes? Like, are you really worried that like one or two less white heroes is just gonna like ruin everything?
I kind of hope it is Miles Morales.
So do I, yeah.
I know people keep talking about Donald Glover, but he's probably too old to play Miles Morales.
Back when he was campaigning to be in The Amazing Spider-Man, he could have done it, but yeah.
Right. Even then, he was, like, Miles Morales is supposed to be, like, 12. That kind of, right? Maybe that's why they won't use him.
Not 12, but, like, I think a
14?
Freshman in high school, so, well, maybe. How old are you when you're a freshman in high school?
I think you're, like, 14.
Okay, so, yeah, he, like that. But still, yeah, Donald Glover was easily, like, 22 at the time.
Right.
But that's never stopped movies before.
No.
From casting people that are way too old.
Mm-hmm. And all this talk, like, I'm totally fine with the Human Torch being black, but don't you dare age Miles Morales.
It's tradition.
Right. He's supposed to be 14, damn it. That probably is more important to the character, though.
I imagine so. So a lot of exciting stuff. A lot of people are excited about Spider-Man again. Easily the franchise outside of like the Fantastic Four that people had kind of given up on in the cinema universe. Good things are coming.
Good things are coming.
To the scene.
To the scene. We're overjoyed that we finally inked this deal.
Everybody's excited.
We're ready to get this movie out there. We just have some final editorial changes that we'd like to put in.
Yeah, that's to be expected. I'm willing to talk about it. Let's do it.
All right. So we're very happy with this Spider-Man movie as is, but we'd rather you change it, that instead of it's Peter Parker, it's Aunt May from that Elseworlds story where Aunt May got, bitten by the spider. Just gonna go with that.
Okay. When I got signed on to direct the Spider-Man movie, I mean, I did a lot of research into. His aunt's like an 80-year-old woman. I didn't know that she had powers. We already cast. We already cast a young man in the role of Spider-Man. We've been filming for weeks. This is. You're kind of pulling the rug out from under me.
We can still use all that footage. We can still go with it, but our sources do say that one of the quadrants the Spider-Man films haven't hit
Quadrants?
yet. Yeah, demographic quadrants. One of the demographic quadrants, you know, why am I breaking this to you as a director? Demographic quadrants such as under 30s,
Right.
above 30s,
Yeah.
elderly, male, female. You get it?
So
Demographic
you're hoping to
quadrants.
hit the elderly market with Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I envision Spider-Man being like a young teenager and dealing with like heartbreak and homework while still trying to be a hero. Like,
I mean, old people deal with heartbreak and homework too.
I don't think
Maybe
they
she's
deal with
going to
homework.
night school.
Oh. Okay,
How
so
much do you know about the elderly?
not much. My parents passed away when I was young. I mean, I don't really interact with old
And
people
I'm
very
sure
often.
that has helped you to connect with the Spider-Man character. Peter Parker will still be a part of this. He's just going to be a regular teenage boy that doesn't have parents. So throw that creative energy into there and make sure you get us an elderly female Spider-Man.
Okay, okay. How about she just also has powers and helps out Peter?
I mean, there's really only one Spider-Man.
I don't know why that's the sticking point that you're holding on with. You're totally fine changing his gender and age drastically.
I mean, anyone can be Spider-Man is kind of the thing that we want to say with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the city of New York is constantly going to be helping out this elderly woman that's Spider-Man. Like people are going to help her across the street. You know, they're going to help her bring in
What
groceries
kind of powers do you
and
envision
things.
this elderly Spider Woman having?
She's going to have all the powers of Spider-Man. She's just also going to be an elderly woman, and thus, you know, she's going to drive poorly.
You know what? I can't support this. I think you just need to find a new director. I'm just gonna have to walk away from this project.
You are under contract.
I,
I'm afraid that you are under contract. If you violate this contract, we're going to have to.
there has to be a clause in there that you've changed this too much. That I have. I don't.
This is still the character Spider-Man. Yes, we have changed this
Okay,
character
so
to be an
all right. So she'll
80-year-old
have people
woman.
help her out, but she's still gonna fight the Green Goblin and have web
Yeah.
shooters. We're still gonna do the big final fight in Times Square.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You know what?
You can
Maybe
work with
Peter
that.
Parker can be the Green Goblin, like an
That's
angry teenager, spiteful teenager, and that's why he's doing this.
Ma'am, are you just pissed off that you're getting older?
I am getting older, sure, and do I have a spiteful, angry teenage son? Yes. And does no one believe that I could be a hero? Yes.
I don't know how often that must be coming into question.
I also want us to change Aunt May to a movie producer, a very attractive 80-year-old female movie producer.
It sounds like you just want to make the movie of your life the way you wish it was.
Well, I'm financing
Edit.
it.
Well, I'm just unhappy. I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm just drastically unhappy.
You're unhappy?
I'm unhappy in this whole situation, sweetheart. I think our marriage needs a kick in the ass. I think it needs something to like reignite that flame.
Well, all right. What are you thinking?
Well, I went ahead and sold our information to cyber terrorists, and I'm just hoping that that is just going to be the shakeup that this marriage needs. Yeah.
Honey, that you sold our information to cyber terrorists?
Yeah, just bank account, social security, just laid it all out for them. I wanted them to force us to make the changes that they thought we needed. Because honestly, I mean, the people online are right. This marriage is stale.
How much are you listening to the internet about our marriage?
Just mostly the subreddit, the Donaldson's subreddit marriage. People are just really unhappy with how it's going, and they think that maybe it's not even just me. They think that maybe I'm not your soulmate. That's been a very popular thread recently.
Are you a popular internet celebrity?
Well, we are popular internet celebrities, and this marriage has just it's really taken off. I mean, there's a Google Hangout discussion about it once a week. These people up in Maine, they just get together and discuss how it's going. They think the kids are nice. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I know I should have mentioned this to you before.
Yeah, this is a lot to take in. That explains why, Mary at work gets really involved in talking about how she thinks that you're too good for me.
Yeah, well, she's very into the podcast about it, and it's just this thing NPR has been running for a couple weeks.
Like Serial?
Like, sort of like, yeah, it is kind of a weak spinoff now that you say it. Yeah, sort of like Serial, where people are like, where is this marriage going? Some people think that it's doomed from the start. It's all hearsay and speculation, really. I mean, I don't even know where it's ending, and I'm part of it, right?
Well, don't you love me? What does it matter what they say?
Because they can see it from the outside, honey. They can see things more clearly. Like, they think that I'm clouded by how my mother had treated me. And I can't see through that. At least that's what Big Dick 454 says.
I wouldn't listen to Big Dick 454.
Well, he's the reason you have that new bracelet. He thought you'd like that. The one you got for your birthday?
I really did love this bracelet. Wow.
Well, you can thank Big Dick 454 for that.
I don't want to thank him for that.
See, this is why I never invite you to the live tweets, honey.
Is that why you're on your phone all the time around me?
We just have a lot of fans to support out there.
Get off your phone right now. You get off your phone right now.
Well, see, this is exactly why I've sold our information. It's time for somebody else to decide what we need to do.
This is really extreme.
Honey, you didn't want to go see that counselor. I mean, something had to give, right?
I didn't realize we were in that bad a shape.
It's just super boring, honey.
I'm bored. You did this because I'm boring?
The marriage is boring.
But I thought you liked our Grey's Anatomy marathons.
It's a lot of procedural shows, honey.
That's how
it's
cops work.
NCIS, it's CSI.
We're learning things, too, when we watch them.
That's not real. You're not a forensic scientist, sweetheart.
Sort of am. I think
you have a laser pointer.
Yeah, look. And an ultraviolet light.
Edit. We assume that the gunman came in through the back door and fired upon the employee. I mean, we just need you to go around, dust for prints, take whatever lab work you need, and we'll just keep the area clean for you guys. So, do you need anything else from us?
I just need you to get out of the way.
That's fair. That's what I was planning on doing. I'm just gonna walk.
Good. Why don't you just get out of the way?
Okay, that's fine. First off, it's pretty dark in here. You may want to keep the sunglasses off.
I like to wear my sunglasses.
Okay, you are the forensic scientist. I'm sure this is just going to take you a couple minutes, and then the detectives are going to come in and interview some people. So you just do what you need to do.
I've already cracked this case.
I'm sorry?
You got out of my way, and I cracked this case.
What? You just got here.
That's right, but I already came in and I saw it. Look at this bullet pattern right here.
Uh-huh.
All right? I just want you to see. You can obviously see the trajectory if you just think about it enough. You can see that this person was shot by someone standing in this doorway, a mailman.
Right, I just told you that. That was the thing that I told you when you came in here, is that the gunman came in through the back. How is that
Let's
solved? All you know is how it happened.
let's go catch that mailman.
You don't catch anybody. You are a forensic scientist. You are going to take prints and go back.
Get out of my way.
Stop! You can't threaten me. I am a police officer.
So am I.
No, CSI agents are just civilian workers. Where did you get that gun, by the way?
It's my own. As a private citizen, I'm allowed to conceal and carry a weapon. This is North Carolina.
Okay, I know where we live. Thank you. But okay, I mean, you're right. You do have the right to conceal and carry a firearm. I just want you to know that there's a lot of police officers around. You don't really need it.
I'm basically a police officer, though. I'm a cool CSI guy. I got into this because I needed a cool thing to do, all right? My leg got busted, and I couldn't...
How did your leg get busted?
My leg got busted when I was doing off-road motorcycle races, and I needed another cool guy thing to do, and I said, I'm going to be a CSI. And I know I've got all this junk, and I went to night school for it, but I know how to be a CSI, okay?
You keep saying being a CSI.
Yeah.
I wouldn't envision that's how you guys would describe your job. Like
that's what I am. I do a CSI thing.
Okay, so you said you solved the case? That's fantastic.
Yeah, let's go get in your car and get the mailman.
My cruiser? My police cruiser?
Yes, I took the bus here.
You took the bus here?
I don't have a car right now.
Okay. We can interview the suspect. Why don't you give me the name of this mailman, and we can send an officer over there to pick him up.
You know, the mailman for this neighborhood.
I don't live in this neighborhood. I don't know who the mailman is for this neighborhood.
Let's wait in this house and wait for the mailman to come back tomorrow. And we'll just catch that mailman.
Well, we could go to the post office and ask them who has this route. As a police officer, I have the right to get that information.
I know that.
Edit.
All right, Danny. We just wanted to, Danny Glover, we wanted to bring you in to audition for the part of Miles Morales.
I'm excited. I mean, I have been jockeying for this for a long time. I think I'm the right choice. I think I'm the absolute right choice for this.
All right. Yeah, some people might say you're too old to play a 14-year-old boy, but we think that even though, I mean, you're timeless, Danny. Saw you in Angels in the Outfield. You were good in that. We figure you're going to be good in this.
I could play anything. I just get into the role, and you need me to be a kid? I could be a kid. I'm into this Spider-Man thing. Let's do it.
All right. Let's run some lines, okay?
Hey, do you have any ibuprofen before we get started? My lower back's just killing me.
I do.
Ah, excellent.
I am an 80-year-old woman, so.
Thanks. I noticed in the script it is an 80-year-old woman, and I think I'm age appropriate for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I am neither a white nor a woman. I just wanted to bring that up first thing.
That's fine. You're Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a street smart, you know, kid. His parents from the Dominican Republic, and he's also an 80-year-old white woman.
Yeah, see right there.
Played by a 70-year-old black man.
Don't you think that's going to be a little confusing for audiences?
I think it's perfect for my vision.
All right.
I am the audience of this movie, Danny.
Thanks. All right. I mean, as long as the check clears, I mean, I'm here to work, so...
All right.
All right.
All right, I'm just going to read some lines with you, okay?
I got it.
I'm going to be playing the part of the Green Goblin here.
Mm-hmm. Green Goblin, stop! What did you do with the money I gave you to go to night school?
I spent it on TVs and video games.
Didn't I tell you that TV would rot your brains? And now it clearly has.
I didn't listen. Ha ha ha.
Well, now I can easily defeat you thanks to eating a lot of roughage and green vegetables.
Oh man, I wish I could be that regular.
This dialogue feels a little corny, a little stilted to me.
What seems wrong with it?
It seems like I'm just barking old people wisdom at this kid.
Doesn't that feel right? Doesn't that feel right, Danny?
It
Doesn't
doesn't
that feel right?
I don't want to control this young man. I don't what is my motivation for this? Why do I care about his roughage intake?
All right, I see. All right, I want you to play this as more of a Danny Glover type character. You care because he's just important. Just like in Angels in the Outfield. You're secretly an angel.
There's a lot of lay-ons with this character.
Does that work for you, Danny? All right?
All right. Let's keep reading.
All right, great.
That's why I'm here with your dead father, to help inspire you for the big game coming up. He's been with you this whole time. And Jesus.
Nothing inspires me. I listen to devil heavy metal music now.
Is Jesus going to be a character in the movie?
He is. He's also an 80-year-old white woman.
I've noticed that outside of the punk teenagers, everybody's an 80-year-old white woman.
Right. Well, I mean, just the good people.
Edit. Peter, get in here.
Yeah, sir.
Did you take those photographs I asked you for? The front page of the Bugle needs something hot. I sent you down to take pictures of that cat show that's going on.
Yeah, JJ, I got him. The Rhino, he was busting up the dog show next door.
Don't you bother that Rhino. He just had his hip replaced last week, and he lost his husband last year, and he's going through a lot.
Well, I didn't. Why would I bother him at all? I'm just a photographer, JJ.
Because you're a disrespectful punk. That's why. Why didn't you call me? I called you last week, and you never called me back.
You're just my boss, J. Jonah.
Yeah, but I care about you. Okay. Oh, hold on. You got a little bit of schmutz on your face.
Oh, come on. No. Please don't kiss me. Please don't kiss me too.
Why? You too hot? You too cocky to kiss your old boss? Hmm?
It's just weird, JJ. That's like grandma behavior.
Explosion! It's me, the Shocker. I'm looking for Spider-Man.
All right, buddy.
You told me that you'd drive me down to the DMV last week, and I've been waiting all morning for you.
Well, Rosalina Shocker, I ain't got my car back yet from the damn grandson. All right, Paul. We got one last scene we want to shoot here, and we just love you, Paul Giamatti. We don't want to change anything about your character. All right? I just want you to deliver the lines as is.
Perfect! Paul Giamatti is here! Is here to act!
Thanks, Paul.
No problem!
All right, let's go over these lines here.
Aha!
Stop, Rhino. You gotta stop.
No! I have to get down to pick up my Social Security check, Spider-Man! I live on a fixed income!
I understand and respect that, Rhino. But
no, you're just one of those left-wing liberals! Ha! Obamacare, Spider-Man!
See?
I love this dialogue!
Sorry, I had to sneak one last one.
Oh no, we need to hit upon Paul Giamatti's stellar acting.
Oh, I meant to get to that much earlier.
Oh, good stuff. Well, thank you, everybody, if you joined us this afternoon on Council of Cyberfriends. And we will see you back here next week on eimprov.com.